Yo, what up? This is D Knight, and you're listening to the Pardon the Interaction podcast. My oh my, we've had so much going on. For starters, in case you missed it, we've got a new addition to the Pardon Pie family, Tara Dublin. Make sure you go follow her on Twitter at Tara Dublin Rocks. Also, pick up a copy of her book while you're at it. Make her day, The Sound of Settling. A very fun and interesting read compared to the things we talk about on this podcast. But yeah, we're heading toward the do or die time for the 2024 election. Go ahead and hit up JoeBiden.com. Get that man like $1 a month or something. Help his campaign staff up and get prepared to try and save our democracy. And make sure to grab like one other person you know and tell them about the podcast. Make sure they subscribe and tune in every single week. We got a lot of things coming up for you this year. We need all the support that we can get. So if you do your part and help us grow our audience, we'll do our part and help elect Joe Biden in 2024 and save American democracy. And this is the Pardon the Interaction podcast.
One, two, three, four.
All right, Carol, we're done talking about fucker Charlotte. And are you happy now?
I'm looking at Met Gala photos. The rich people are so shiny.
I love the Met Gala. I know it's frivolous. I know but I enjoy it. I love to see how the people going to the Met Gala, like how they lean into the theme and go balls to the walls. It's a secret. It's a pleasure.
Did you see Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Loved what he wore to the Met Gala.
Wait, what did he wear again? A cat outfit or something?
Yeah, he was just a furry.
Yeah, that's very strange.
I think it was supposed to be Karl Lagerfeld's cat.
Oh, he's doing the cat. And
so he was doing a bit.
I love Karl Lagerfeld. So
okay. I
was very excited to see him. But now that makes so much more sense, though, about Leto's
I saw another more stylized cat.
Dressing, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So here's what we're going to do with a couple of the other news topics. We'll just bang these out real quick. So some of the breaking news from today, which we'll probably get to more in depth next week. I guess we can start with Herschel Walker. He's seemingly accused of some sort of, I don't know, bribery scandal. Apparently, Herschel Walker set up a private company before he was running for office, announced he was running for office, changed the name of the company to some sort of kind of media endeavor. And then he solicited from a donor little more than $500,000 to go directly into that private company and got the fucking money. I mean, it's pretty fucking brazen. I mean, it's just like, hey.
Herschel Walker is also a fucking moron. So.
Okay, Carol, remember how we were talking about Spiro Agnew being a bagman and just getting all this fucking money for political favors and contracts and all kind of shit?
Yes. You got another one for me?
Well, I was just going to say that like Herschel walker is not a student of history. He pulled
they didn't choose him because he was smart. They chose him because he was pop name recognition, stupid,
and compliant,
willing to be a black conservative for money.
I don't even actually know how conservative Herschel Walker is.
But he was willing to say and do whatever for money. And he's stupid.
Oh, well, so very conservative. Got it. Yeah.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter what the actual viewpoints are, as long as they'll say and do anything.
And they turned out to vote for him. Like literally, the race between Herschel Walker and Warnock was way too fucking close. Like that tells you. Like,
oh, man, but you know what put it over the top?
Too much.
It was very close, but what put it over the top is black people ain't fucking stupid. But yeah, so they got like the emails and the messages and stuff, and like this is going to blow up. I mean, he's going to get prosecuted. Like this is just blatant pay for play. Like the money didn't even go to his campaign, and then like have him launder it through like shell companies or whatever to end up. They just literally sent the fucking money to his company. So that was good job, genius. Ace job there. Maybe he can like plead
But I
incompetence.
used Trump's damn it. I used Trump's accountant. Sorry. Once you started saying incompetence, I was like, Trump's incompetence. Damn it. Accountants.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, look, he can like maybe try and claim incompetence. And if you've heard him speak, you might be inclined to believe that's a reasonable legal defense.
I'm enjoying my original turtle.
Another breaking news story from today. Jack Smith subpoenaed a couple of Trump executives, I think Joseph Calamari Sr. and Jr., asking them
Calamari.
These fucking names, Pecker, Calamari, just like what is some weird shit. What's his name? Tapioca?
It's actually calamari of the family who owns just all squid. It's just of the
under the sea, under the sea.
They're just of the calamaris. That's where okay.
Yeah. So what Jack Smith is looking for, he's asking for questions about. If you may or may not remember this, Jack Smith subpoenaed Trump for the classified documents in Mar-a-Lago. He didn't get all the fucking documents, but apparently there was some video footage, some security footage of the complex, monitoring the room where the documents were being stored. Right. So after DOJ sends the fucking subpoena for the documents, there are people caught on camera going in and disturbing the documents and sorting through the boxes and removing some of the boxes. Well, once they found out about the security footage, they were like, hey, well, we'll send a subpoena for that too. Send us the fucking security footage. Well, apparently somebody tried to tamper with the fucking footage.
Oh.
Of course.
And I think we've brought up Nixon a number of times, but goddamn, man, you gotta try to do a better job of covering up your criminal activity in this.
They use TikTok to edit it.
Yeah. First of all, maybe you shouldn't have video surveillance of you committing fucking crimes. But if you're going to do that and they subpoena you
like
for the
body cam.
Cut the fucking cameras off so they can't subpoena you for that. Oh no, wait, too late. Well, you know what you can't do after that? Try to edit the footage.
It just has like a picture of Trump's face from when he's like 20, like
and a Sharpie.
I know that the audience cannot see that, but just like a stagnant face floating across the screen on top. Like
this is fucking like just Nixon on steroids level shit. Just utter stupidity in trying to obstruct the investigation.
Their tactics remain the same, but they haven't gained sophistication with when the technology has.
Right. Well, I keep telling you, they're going to charge Trump. And you're like, what's taking so long? Well, every fucking time they take an investigative step, Trump commits another fucking crime, prolonging the fucking investigation.
That's one strategy.
It's like, yeah, that's one way to stay out of jail. Like every time they almost catch me for this one crime, I'll just commit another one and they'll have to investigate that.
Criming.
Fucking insane.
Criming. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I think we've talked about this on the podcast in previous months. There was an incident where Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts' wife, was doing freelance work, basically recruiting lawyers. I mean, as it turns out, she's a fucking bag man. She's made $10 million in recent decades during her husband's tenure on the Supreme Court.
Lord,
and guess what? They didn't report none of that income.
Of course not. Of course they didn't.
Everybody's a fucking Clarence Thomas now. No wonder we can't get any fucking resolution about like ethics rules that applied to Supreme Court justice, because everybody out here doing the same shit. Can't stop, won't stop.
I mean, I wasn't surprised, of course, when it came out because, and Gorsuch and Thomas, they're all. This court is. It's just not only corrupt, it's fucking brazen. Like the
whose idea was lifetime appointments? Sorry.
Well, checks and
I
balances.
get it in theory. I get that in theory.
I used to believe that shit. Like I used to believe in that crap. But the
point was so that it wouldn't be political.
Exactly. A nonpartisan,
not making them
body.
And the potential check on the judicial branch was the good behavior clause, right? Like the idea that, whatever we deemed good behavior, should the Supreme Court justices violate that, whatever that general idea is, which I guess we would consider a code of ethics, that impeachment would be the solution. Well, good fucking luck with that when you have a political party conspiring with the fucking justices to destroy democracy, and being funded by that same political party. It's a fucking conspiracy. But the people implementing the conspiracy control the levers of power. So how can you fucking get rid of these people? Just some of the things the founding fathers didn't consider. Again, I know it's not kosher to criticize them fucking people, but they weren't perfect. They got a lot of fucking shit wrong. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it was 250 years ago, so I'll give them a little slack on that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I just have to posit that, even 250 years ago, it was obvious that it was wrong to enslave people, if that's what you were talking about. I don't the man of his time argument just doesn't fly with me. It has to have been obvious. It's just, if you think of other people as people, then it's obvious.
No, they absolutely knew it was fucking wrong, and they didn't give a fuck. I just point blank.
So I can't give them any slack.
No, me either. And half of them owned slaves. Not only were they completely fine with institutionalizing slavery in America, it's literally one of the few institutions that's protected by the Constitution. It's in there. You can read it. They made sure slavery couldn't be banned for a set period of time. They literally protected slavery in the Constitution. So yeah, they went out of, not only did they allow slavery, they went out of their way to protect it. And then personally, many of them owned slaves themselves. So say whatever you want about the fucking founding fathers. As far as I'm concerned, most of them were pieces of shit. Feel however you want to feel about that, but I can't respect anyone who deems themselves worthy of owning me. You eat a dick. So yeah, we'll probably get to more of that next week, unless some more crazy, insane, asinine news breaks, and we'll also likely try and delve into the Proud Boys seditious conspiracy trial. I'm sure we'll have a verdict by the next time we record the podcast. That'll be fun. Always looking forward to discussing consequences of people's fucking fucked up actions on January 6th. Another couple of topics I wanted to just briefly touch on. Apparently there was an individual who has been charged with using explosives on January 6th. I don't know if either of you saw that.
Jesus, no.
Yeah, some guy tossed some sort of homemade bomb during the assault on the Capitol, injured a bunch of people. I don't think.
Wait! Surprisingly, and not surprisingly, that headline begins with "Florida man charged with." Sorry,
all right. Okay. We just keep going off on these side tangents today. If you want to play a fun game, here's what you do. You open up the Google machine. You type in whatever, your birth date is, not the year, just the month and the day. And then next to that, you type in Florida man, you hit enter, and whatever the first news article pops up, that's your Florida man.
Well, this Florida man was charged with setting off explosive device in Capitol tunnels during January 6th riot.
Yep.
Daniel Ball.
All right. So I typed in my birthday, and I'll tell you what popped up. Florida man accused of using Kool-Aid packets to steal nearly $1,000 in Walmart merchandise.
Good for him.
That was the first Google result.
Good for him. If you make that work, that's a serious, that you deserve it.
But if I click on the news tab, the first article that pops up for Florida man is from WPLG, December. Well,
WPLG.
you know what? I don't think that's actually the first one. No, here we go. From Click Orlando. Florida man tried to enter Patrick Space Force.
Orlando.
Florida man tried to enter Patrick Space Force base to warn of aliens versus dragons, officials say.
Aliens versus dragons. So back to what we were talking about.
I mean, you see how this could be a fun game. Endless rabbit hole of Florida man doing wild and crazy shit. So anyone who says January 6th wasn't like a violent attack on our democracy, explain the fucking bombs.
Antifa. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden's laptop did it. It ordered the bomb of its own volition.
No, it was Hillary Clinton's pantsuit, Carol. We know that.
It got it. The pantsuit began walking of its own volition, and it went to Hunter Biden's laptop and ordered the bomb and some inflation to be sent over to the Capitol.
You really have been watching Tucker Carlson's show.
Yeah,
that's why everything was Hunter Biden's fault.
No, I feel like I was listening to Clue in the study with the Kindle stick. Pantsuit lady in the laptop.
All right, what else we got, D?
And I think
I'm crashing. I'm so sleepy. I'm sleepy.
I'm gonna get us there. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Gotta get us there.
Last but not least, the Kremlin proclaims that Vladimir Putin apparently survived an assassination attempt.
Sorry, I'm laughing because of how stupid that claim is.
Yeah, supposedly, they're claiming that Ukraine orchestrated a drone strike on
the Kremlin, and it was supposed to be his office or his residence.
Yeah,
why would he be at his office in the middle of the night? It's just it's so dumb.
Very strange.
How would Ukraine get a tiny drone? So there's footage of it. How would Ukraine get a tiny drone all the way so deep into Russia that sneak it past into the Kremlin and then just be like, and it just exploded at the top. I've already ranted about this on Twitter, but
you say that, but given the performance of Russia's army in Ukraine, it's entirely possible that they could have pulled that off. I don't have any faith.
They just have no missile defense.
I don't know, but oddly enough, if you Google search attempted assassination Putin, this is the second such claim of an attempt on Putin's life in a week. So I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, Ukraine didn't have anything to do with this. This is some kind of manufactured pretense for them to do some. I don't know. They as much as the conspiracy theorists accuse America of false flag attacks, that's actually part of the Kremlin's playbook. They do that kind of shit.
So they have an excuse to go after Zelensky?
Absolutely true. So I guess
hopefully the Kremlin media is trying to set the stage for Putin to be murdered. Please, oh please. Doesn't that weaken his authority if everyone in Russia thinks that there's all these attempted assassinations on their leader?
Or it could be an attempt to get the public to rally around him. I don't know, but it's just highly ironic of Russia to make this claim, considering they had their private contracted military forces trying to hunt down Zelensky when they first invaded Ukraine last year. So, if anything, like, how dare they fucking complain about the tables being turned? All right. Before we get to our shithole of the week award, I would just like to have a sports ball minute of the week. Just go ahead and tune out here, kids. I know, like, sports ball isn't your thing.
Distinct sports song. Take me to drink some beer.
You don't even have to tune out.
Buy me a very expensive hot dog.
This won't take long at all.
You can continue your thing.
All right, sports ball minute of the week. Here we go.
That was a good theme song.
Jordan Poole, what the fuck was you doing? Sports ball minute of the week over. All right, kids, do you have a shithole of the... Anyone who watched the Lakers versus the Warriors, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone else, I'm sorry, like sports more. All right, kids, do either of you have a nominee for the shithole of the week award? I had a number of options, but I still settled on CNN. My God, you fucking people, when will you ever learn your fucking lesson? Giving Trump a platform, like laundering and normalizing his bullshit. He wants to have you killed. Like just a couple of months ago, out on the fucking campaign trail, he was talking about having journalists arrested and murdered, executed.
Yes, and that's what you would have to look forward to if you help him get reelected. So
Exactly.
What the fuck?
The first thing he's going to do, he's on his revenge tour. That's what his reelection campaign is. Who do you think he's going to come after first? Literally the journalist. And he's going to finish the job that he started on January 6th. He's like embracing the fucking insurrectionists. And you're like, yeah, let's help. Let's help with that. Hanging you're he's on Mike Pence, y'all. I assume that there's no objections to my nomination of CNN for a shithole of the week award.
No, see, there's no, but of course mine's Tucker Carlson. But...
No, that's your closing thoughts. You can't nominate Tucker Carlson for shithole of the week award. You save him for your closing thoughts every single week.
Okay.
All right. So by unanimous consent.
Around DeSantis. Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, Ron DeSantis. You know what? Now that you mentioned, I don't know who done Tucker Carlson.
See, that tells you how awful Tucker Carlson is, that he usurped Ron DeSantis.
Actually, you know what? Okay, I'm with you, Tucker Carlson, because like I hate that fucking guy. If you can't, if you've been listening to this podcast, I've been hammering Tucker Carlson for weeks now. So yes. I changed my vote. CNN, you're off the hook this one fucking week. You better learn your lesson. He gonna kill y'all asses. Tucker Carlson, with unanimous consent, I hereby award you the shithole of the week award. All right, Carol, do you have any closing thoughts? Or closing thoughts? Either or.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts.
Hey, you have like a week and a half till Mother's Day. Whether it's a complicated thing for you or not, that's to discuss later in a more serious topic time. But don't remember your mothers.
Get her some sheets from Sheets and Giggles. She'll thank you.
Oh, you know what? I would send my mom these sheets, but she's bougie. She got an expensive, like, big bed.
Oh yeah, you don't want to pay $176 for some king size sheets. I'll ask Colin if he can hook you out for Mama's Day.
My mom would be so. She would.
I'll tell him to give us a promo code pardon or something. Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. All right, Ty, for your closing thoughts, say some shit about Ron DeSantis. He fucking deserves it. Like, I haven't had a chance to get around to him today. Like, there was stuff, just too much. Go.
That fucker's worldwide embarrass myself tour. I cannot say Like, there are not words to describe how much I hate that fucker.
Well, you're not the only one, apparently. Everywhere he goes, literally everywhere he goes, when people meet him, they're like, "Oh, I like the other people. I like the other
He's
guy."
got the personality of watching paint dry. He's such a stain on this entire country. And he was flitting around the fucking world. And I'm like, you guys voted for him to be your governor for another, 4 to 6 years.
I think it's
And he's been everywhere,
2.
but in your fucking state.
Yeah.
And they say nothing.
Speaking of which, flying around the world, who is paying for that? Does anyone know?
Florida, of course, the Florida taxpayer. I hate his face. I hate his voice. Listening to it like makes my vagina dry up. It makes my face curl. It's insane. And that Stepford wife of his, what the fuck? She, I don't know.
Well, she's like the real brains behind the political operation.
Yeah, no. Christina Pushaw is the brains behind that, whatever little she's got left.
Okay,
But
you're right. She's the brains. His wife is the ambition behind Tucker Carlson.
She's the ambition. And in my mind, I keep that, and I say it when I'm doing shit in my head. I'm like, she thinks that she doesn't want the White House. She wants the Mouse House. Like, that's where she wants to be.
She's gonna be in the Mouse House.
That's what she wants. Like, that's what she wants to be. Like, that's her goal. She thinks that she's going to be
living in a rat hole because Disney is about to get he's losing to princesses.
DeSantis, the previous CEO of Disney, Bob Chapek, he was weak. He was spineless. But Iger, oh, hell no. He's not going for any of that shit.
Nah,
and it's about to get real for that fucking clown. And I cannot wait.
I mean, it's just insane. Like, donors would go in to meet with Ron DeSantis and then come away from that meeting, like, immediately endorsing Trump.
Yeah, exactly.
DeSantis flying over to, England, meeting with, business leaders over there, and then they would immediately leave those meetings and be like, "We don't like this fucking guy.
We don't like this.
It don't matter what part of the world DeSantis flies to, no one likes him." That should bode well for his chances in 2024. We forgot to mention this earlier with Tucker Carlson. Like, people were like making fun of me for joking last week immediately after his firing that he's going to run for president in 2024, and then a week later they're like, actually,
he can run all he wants, but he's gonna be the fucking Forrest Gump of politics. So,
I mean, well, look, you don't put anything past Republican voters. They voted for Trump. All right. As for my closing thoughts, twice.
Damn it, Carol. I didn't need a reminder. Okay.
Way to bring the mood down.
Oh, yes, that's on me. It's my fault.
As for my closing thoughts, I guess I wanted to circle back to how we're all dealing with like the long-term emotional fallout and trauma just from these years of experiences with all the crazy, insane shit afflicted upon our psyches through our collective experience of the Trump-led Republican Party. I know it's tough. I know it's exhausting. You're completely drained. You just want things to be over with. You just want to relax, try and get back to some normal semblance of life. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't do that. What you have to do is constantly be aware of the impending threats facing our country, facing our democracy. and stay vigilant and focused and dedicated and motivated to make sure that we don't end up in a situation where we let someone in power who will change the United States in such a way that we never get our democracy and our freedoms back. And it's going to be exhausting. Freedom isn't free. Like, our rights aren't guaranteed to us. Like, a prosperous future isn't promised to us. Institutions fail. Civilizations decay. Empires fall. Entropy is real. If you don't invest the energy into maintaining what we have, various forces at play seeking to make America into an autocracy, if not something worse, will prevail. And we can't let that happen. I don't care how tired you are. You can't give up. You guys keep your head in the game and keep fighting. And that concludes this episode of Part of the Insurrection.